the whole premise is to get the leads moved into the said pipeline stages after we have a conversation.
Yeah.
So when I set my filters up, I don't like to think about who I need to be calling. I just want to jump in the system and call my list. So when I'm calling my list, my first list are the leads that registered the last 14 days that haven't have a confirmed bad phone or have a confirmed number, or we haven't confirmed their number. So it's leads registered the last 14 days, phone, valid, unknown.
Okay.
And they're in the try to contact stage of the pipeline. So what happens is I jump in, I call that priority 2. I may have 16 people in there because it is set up as a dynamic filter. When I have a conversation and I move them to contacted, they come out. If I confirm it's a bad phone number, it comes out. So I'm eliminating my list. And then on day 15, they come out. So that list is always refreshing every 15 days, every time I have a conversation, every time I confirm a bad phone number. So I don't have to think about that list.
Okay, so when I contacted them and they came out, and they, assuming I made a contact, they moved to make contact. So my made contact is growing.
Your made contact, so they would go to make contact, but we don't want to lose them, because if we have everybody in make contact without a way to identify them, there's no way of really tracking without opening up every single lead and reading the notes. That's annoying, right? And that's what the tags are for, to identify a quick word, the conversation. So this one in particular, these would be, in my opinion, on hold because wife is unemployed. So you
but it has been more than half a year ago.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. They were, right? So this was February 17th. I would suggest putting the year, because time gets away from us and we don't know what year it was. So I would do, and I love that you have the date. This like makes me so happy, because this is what makes efficient, right? Because if I'd have called this lead, I'd been like, hey, I know, Shalish, that you were looking, back in the spring. How's things going with your wife? Has she found a job? And then I'm like, holy cow, how did they know that? Right? But what I do to start separating, because I don't like to think while I'm dialing, I just want to call my list and know what list I'm dialing, because I like to multitask. So while the phone, let's face it, nobody likes to hear phones ringing for the next hour whenever you sit down to make phone calls. So this is the time to catch up on your Facebook. You're like, oh, I'm making phone calls, right? I'm letting the phone ring. I don't want to have to think about what script I'm using. So if I'm calling everybody that's in try to contact, I know I've never had a conversation with you, and I'm just going to go right to, hey, this is Beverly. I saw that you lived in homes in Aurora, right? But if I have to pay attention to the note, I have to almost pay too close of attention. It can throw my script off. So I am a firm believer in that whole store organization. And what I mean by that is, when you go into a store, you automatically know exactly what aisle to go to for your shopping list, because they have the overhanging sign and your shelves are tagged. So you know exactly where the Oreo cookies are. You don't have to wander through the store. Even if you've never been in a store before, you know exactly how to get the Oreo cookies. So when we tag people with words like on hold, has agent, divorcing, bad credit, relocating, retiring, whatever those words are that were repeated all the time, I'm just looking, well, is there anything that would make you make a move anytime soon? No, I'm really just looking. So even if you found that the perfect house, you wouldn't make a move. No, I'm just looking, right? They're just looking.
Okay.
So when we go to the tags, and we have everybody that was just looking, we have them in the dashboard. We can see how long ago it's been since we tagged them as just looking, and we can follow up with that group, and we know what to say to that group.